Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought we would do today is make this mold from Molds and Shapes. I have made it before in the past, but we're going to use different colors. I am using my Resin Fans resin. It's an epoxy resin, part A, part B. I have 1 ounce of part A and I have 1 ounce of part B. I have not mixed it up yet because I want to put my color in there first. For my cross, I'm using the Serene Purple from Eye Candy. I think that's pretty. I do have a 10%. I don't know why I always want to say that. I have a 10% discount code for any Eye Candy product. If you guys use their products, I'll put it on the screen as well as in the description box below. You can use that code as many times as you want. So we're going to do the cross purple. And then these little intricate designs, I'm going to use a different resin because I want a really thin resin. And we're going to use this laser paste. I got this from Temu. I won't be able to link it because they don't sell it anymore. And then to back it, we're going to use our Eye Candy Kokuyo Black paste. And I think that will look really, really pretty. The last time I did this cross, for the cross I did gold. Was the cross gold? The cross was brown. And I used the, polyurethane resin, Violet's resin. So it would set up really quickly, and it did really well. And I used a mica powder, I think, to color it. It's what I used. But I thought, I'm going to do epoxy this time. It's going to take a long time because I have to wait and let each layer cure before I can move on to the next. But this is our purple. I'm going to finish mixing this up, guys. Get it in the debubbler. And then we'll be back and we'll pour. I'll see you in just a moment. Alrighty, I got my resin out of my debubbler. Now we're just going to pour it in this cross to fill it up. Hopefully I don't get any bubbles. You know how bubbles like to get in those little edges. This is such a pretty piece when it's done. I have some little clip hanging things, I don't know what you call them, that I use UV resin and put on the back of these so that they can be hung on the wall. And it's not going to quite take 2 ounces, I don't think. Okay, here we go. What did we take? Just a little more than 1 ounce. That is it for the first one. Alright guys, let's find something for this to go in. What do I want? What do I want? Alright, where are they at? I done lost them. And I literally just had them right there. Alright guys, give me just a minute to find the extras mold and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got these little butterflies. Thought we would make a few of those. And then this mold is from Oddity Abyss. I've done the butterflies, so we'll do a few hearts. Now, I need a little stick to these little butterflies only take a drip or two of resin. They don't take much. So we'll be able to fill up all of these and probably a lot of the hearts. If I can do this before my resin starts getting hot. it's going to be a warm day today. My room is 77.9 degrees Fahrenheit. And I can't turn the air on because it makes too much noise for my videos. The noise that you hear, that is the air purifier, which works awesome. It's from Resiners. I do have a 15% off code, I think, in the description box for the Resiners air purifier. It took me a while to commit to buying that because it's expensive. And it was on a really good sale because I can't use my own discount codes. So I got it for a really good sale, and I broke down and bought one, and I'm glad I did because it works wonders. Makes it much safer in here to make my videos where I'm not wearing protective mask. I have a few of them, but I can't talk when I wear them, and I'm not very good at the voiceovers, as you all have seen on a couple of my videos that I forgot to hook the microphone up and had to do that. This is a very easy mold to fill up to be so small. You can use these to put on your little critters that you make. You can make these any color you want. I've got a few colors over there in a little stash jar. Now I'm going to drip. I never did find the mold I was looking for, though. There's a couple of molds that I bought the other day to use as extras, and I had them earlier this morning, and now I've lost them. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I could see me now going around looking, where's my head? Oh no, what is that movie? It's an old movie, guys. It was Return to Oz, and the lady changes out her heads. You all seen that? I remember watching that when I was young, and I used to love that movie. I don't know why, but I did. Okay. Now these can be made independent. You can make them thinner if you want to do earrings. You can do magnets. Whatever you want to do with these little hearts. I actually think they gave me this mold free when I ordered from them, which I appreciate. They have some unique molds. I'll link them in the description box. I think I seen them by watching TikTok, maybe. Do want to slightly dome them. Oops. Just dripped right down the side of the mold. They have some really cute little molds that they make. I'll put their link in the description. And I'll try to find this one specifically to link. Almost. Now, if I was going to make earrings out of these, I wouldn't make them this thick. These are pretty thick. I think we're going to be able to fill this one all the way too. I think I just went a little over on that one. I think it'll suck it down in there. I think I'm still going to have a little left. Okay. Let's see. That one can use another little drop. And that one can. Just want to make sure I've got them good and domed up enough that they're going to cure without sharp edges. Because I don't want to have to clean this up if I don't have to. Does anybody else hate the cleanup part? Loves the creation. But cleanup's no fun. Okay. I've got just a little tiny bit left. Where did I put those molds? I got those. Alright guys, I'm going to look around and I'll be right back. Alright, if they were a snake, they would have ate me up. I put them in my little jar. But I got these off of Temu. They're water ripple. And this one has, I guess it's so you can put like a bracelet maybe. Plus it's both ends. And then I got them stuck together. I got this one. And it's only at the top for a pendant. And then I got this football looking one, and it doesn't have a hole at all. And then these others are just little itty bitty teeny tinies. Alright. Let's put a little sparkle. Whoop. Alright, just a little. I don't need a whole lot. I'll probably overdo it. And this is just the Unicorn Art Crushed Crystal. This is going to be a long video, isn't it? Okay. Now, throw this over here on my mat. Alright. Let's see. Don't think I have enough for the big one over there, but I might have enough for this middle one. I got these off of Temu. I have a star coming too that I ordered from there. Okay, let that cover over. See if I can get this in here without missing the container. Okay. Scrape everything we can out of here to see if we can get that one to fill up. He's almost there. Doesn't need much. Let's see. These little spatulas are awesome. You can get every little drop out of these cups. I know there's a drop on there that's going to come off. Well, maybe I need to get it all together. See if there's any more in here that I can get out. He just needs a smidgen more. And y'all, I'm country, So if you don't know what a smidgen is, it's just a little teeny tiny bit. Alright, he's fully just not domed. So, and there's getting no more out of that. We'll let that cure up. Well, if I can set it down. And we didn't need that one. Alright guys, we'll let all this cure up. And then we'll come back and I'm going to use a really thin resin to do in those little intricate details with our laser paste. So, I'll see you guys then. So this is cured up, so we're going to move on to our next layer. I have 72 grams of resin mixed up. I'm using a 2-to-1 resin because it's really thin. It's like water. This is the Resin Pro resin eye crystal. It's a part A, part B, and you use 2 parts A, 1 part B. I know these jars are the same size, but I've got some a bigger size A over there too. That goes with this. Now there is a coupon code on here if you buy this. Resin Pro 10 and you get 10% off. But that's just on every jar that they have. So that should work for anybody, I would think. Now I'm going to use this laser paste. I'm going to mix it up here and I'm going to use quite a bit in this resin because I want a good solid layer. So when I say quite a bit, I do mean quite a bit. I'm going to use that. And I may need a little more. I think I'm going to put a little more. Maybe do double. Yeah. Hopefully that will be enough. This laser paste is no longer available. I got it off of Temu. Problem with the laser paste is it takes a lot. And it can sink. So I don't want to put glue in here. I hope this cures up with as much as I put in here. That's another concern you have to worry about. Okay, now you can see this is like water. So I'm hoping this spreads out and doesn't make a mess. And I can get this all over that next layer down in those little intricate designs. Last time I did this, I think I had to use my dotting tool to help it flow. So we'll see if I have any better luck this time. I just fill up a little and let it do its thing. And you can see it's not very solid, but we're going to put black on top of this. And black should make that silver really pop. Now, did you see I just filled it already? Y'all were probably waiting for me to do that because I do that all the time. Let's see if maybe we can kind of drip drop a little down here and get it to flow. If I just let it drip, it kind of gives it time to settle out before more resin overflows, before the resin drips again. Just dripping some little areas here to kind of help it spread. And this resin is so thin that it will get in every little detail. That's why I really like it. It's a little more on the expensive side, but definitely worth it when you want a good thin resin and don't want a fast cure, or I mean a deep pour. So you know how deep pores are. Take forever and a day to cure up. And I've overflowed down there. I'm going to have to get that here in just a second. Just going to try to drip some drops in some little spots. Get it where the areas kind of join. Whoops, and I overflowed again. Lord mercy on me. Did it suck down in there? I believe it did, didn't it? Because I don't know where I overflowed. Well, I think this mold is helping me out. This is such a pretty piece when it's done. I only made it well, I've made it twice, and I made it the same way. I was trying out a different polyurethane resin, and I didn't like it. It left my color clumpy. It didn't mix up. The Let's resin, it does not leave it clumpy. It completely mixes. Okay. Sucked that down in there. So let's add a little more here. I've almost got it everywhere. It's not completely filled where it needs to be. And that glitter has sank, which I kind of thought it would. Okay. And I only had 72 gram mixed up, and I don't think this is going to hold the whole 72 gram. We're filling in there now. I think that's going to be good. All right, guys, I'm going to spritz this with a little alcohol. Just get rid of some of those bubbles. Oh, I've overflowed it. Oh, no. Let's take some of that out. I told you. I think I had it domed, and then I spritzed it with alcohol, which adds more. And it always seems like it will, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to be cleaning this mold up. Breaks your barrier when you do that, if it's domed. So I'm going to take out quite a bit because I want all that to suck back down in there. And then I can fill it back up if need be. Taking out quite a bit, aren't I? Alright, guys. I'm going to let this just do its thing. I'll probably end up having to take some tape and clean up some spots where I've overflowed, such as up here and things, to get the glitter off. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little silicone brush here, and it will kind of get all that off there. It helps, because I definitely don't want all of that in my black. Okay, I think we got it. Now what are we going to do with the rest of this? We've got to find another mold. Okay. Yeah, we can't hold anymore. We are still full. Alright guys, let's find something to put this in. Now we can put glitter in it if we need to. Right? Alright, I'm going to put you on hold. I'm going to find a mold and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I pulled out 2 shells. I think they'll look good in this color. So I'm just going to put a drop of glue in here. I don't think we'll fill up the little one. I think this will all fit in the big one there, because it's about what it takes. And this should make that glitter suspend. I know alcohol is not good for your molds, guys, but there's some little areas down in there. And if you don't do this with glue in there, then you're going to have holes. Okay. Okay. I think this mold will take everything that's in this cup, and we won't need the little one. So that was perfect. That means that next layer of that cross, it didn't take maybe 1.5 ounces, because I mixed up 3, and I know this mold takes 1.5 ounces, and this mold is full. So, trying to figure out how much that mold holds all together. Okay, see if we can get all of this out of here. There we go. Thing is, once you get glitter in there, it all kind of drips out on its own, and it's not hard at all to get out. And that is it. Clean this stick off here. Alright guys, I'm going to put that up. We'll let this cure up. We'll come back and do the last layer on our cross. I'll see you guys then. Alrighty guys, so this is cured up, so let's do our black layer. I'm using the Eye Candy Cocoa Black. I love this paste. I'm just going to mix this up just a little here. It doesn't usually settle too much. And then I'm just going to get a little on here. I don't need much, maybe about that. I've got 5 ounces of resin mixed. And this is just the 1-to-1 resin. I only used the 2-to-1 resin for the silver because I wanted it to spread out nicely. Alright guys, you see how just a little black and it's completely solid. I'm going to finish mixing this, get it in the debubbler, and I'll see you back in just a moment. Alright, so I got my black out of the debubbler. There's just a couple little bubbles on the top, which there usually are. I'm just going to pop those with a little heat, if my heat will get hot enough to get down in there. There we go. Okay, now we're going to fill this up. I've got 5 ounces. I'm not sure how much this will take, but I don't think it'll take 5. I was thinking about 4, 3 maybe, but we'll see. We're just going to cover this whole thing. This piece is so pretty when it's done. All the way to the end there. Okay, let's see where we're at. He can hold a little more. Not domed yet. I can get it to dome, and I don't have as much trimming to do. Almost. There we go. I think it'll hold. Well, this side over here is really domed. The rest of it, not so much. So we're going to stop there. And how much do we have left? Where's my marker? I gotta see. We have 2 ounces. So it only held 3. That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay. 2 ounces is a lot to have to throw away. Let's get our turtle out. We're going to put some interference in this. And change the color up just a little. Let me put this. I want to put it where you guys can see it. Let me move this stuff. There we go. What color interference do we want? Let's just grab one. Whatever we get is what we're going to use. What do I got? This little piggy aquamarine. Yeah, it's got a blue tint to it. I'm just going to take a good little scoop and put in there. Yeah, it's like a teal. Okay. Mix this up in here. I like the way interference does in black. I think they look so pretty when they're done in black. Okay. I know I shouldn't do this to this mold, but I've stirred that and it's going to cause a lot of bubbles, and there's too many places in here to hold on to bubbles if I don't put that in there. And I don't like mold release because to me it's like oil. Okay, let me get my other little scraper tool so we can scrape all of this out of there. Let me lay that on the mat. And this takes about 2.5 ounces, so he may not be full. And we might back him with just some solid black later. He'll be a little dump mold. Okay. See if I can get everything out of here that I can because he needs it. I think that's going to be it, guys. There's some spots coming uncovered. So what we'll do is maybe later I'll mix up some more with the same color and we'll just finish filling him up that way. Alright, let me turn that up here. Get this. I'm going to spritz this with some alcohol. Okay, clean this off. Alcohol is great to clean these up. Get my big stick. Alright guys, yeah, he's going to have a lot of holes, but we'll let this cure up. I'll mix some up after I get off from work and pour in him maybe, because I just don't have time right now. But I'll see you guys back for a demold. Hey guys, so these have cured up with him. I think what I'm going to do is just move him on to the next video and finish filling him up in another video. So just be looking for him to be demolded in a future video. Let's go ahead and demold all of this stuff. Let's see. Get a little cup for all these little butterflies. And they'll all be the same. Here we go. Those are cute. You can see every one of them is the same. So let's just pop all of these out. They come out very easily. You can use these to glue on your little critters or put in shaker molds or anything like that. Okay. Now, our heart's next, and they'll all be the same as well. Now these, you can do earrings, you can do magnets, pendants, whatever you want to do. That purple really is pretty, isn't it? So let's get all of those. The sides are matte, and the front is shiny. You can tell this was a 3D printed mold. Okay, and now our little pendants. That's cute, isn't it? Little water ripple pendant. Now this is the big one that has the little holes on both sides. You'll have to drill through there. That's pretty. All right. Now, get our little shell trinket tray. Love this mold. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? I think every one I've ever made in that turns out gorgeous. Okay, now our big cross. Still a little bendable. Just trying to pop all of those little details out. I don't want to mess the mold up. This still has to cure some. Very bendy. Oh, isn't that pretty? I love that. Alrighty, guys. I will let that cure up. Now, let me show you what I glue on the back of these for to hang on the wall. I have 2 different sizes. These are picture hangers, and you get 50 in a pack. I'll try to remember to link them in the description. I got them on Amazon. Okay. That's all the screws, which I don't use. But these are just hooks. And I just put it on the back where I want it. And I take my UV resin and fill the holes in and along the sides. And then cure it. And that way it can be hung on the wall. But this has to cure it before I can do that. So guys, I will take photos of these once they completely cure. And I'll see you guys back for the next video. Bye for now.